Today, a dangerous question is raised in the gospel. What should we do? It's dangerous because we may not want to hear the answer. In Luke's gospel, various types of people had gone into the desert and were baptized by John. And then they asked that question, what should we do? There were three different groups: the crowd, presumably rather devout Jews, tax collectors, and finally some Roman soldiers. Let's look at them in reverse order. The soldiers were not Jews. They lived outside the law and customs of the chosen people. When they asked what they should do, John urged them to treat others with dignity and respect. In other words, do your job by treating others as decent human beings. He didn't speak in religious terms, but he invited them to see the worth that was present in each person. The tax collectors were Jews, but they were condemned by their fellow Jews because they collaborated with the occupying forces, and they had a tendency to collect more taxes that were required so that they could keep the excess. John doesn't tell them to stop being tax collectors. He tells them to be fair and not to tax anyone beyond the fixed amount. Finally, he heard from the crowd. The devout Jews asked him what they should do. He responds that they should care for the poor and dispossessed. In other words, they need to go beyond the demands of strict justice that he asked from the tax collectors and enter the realm of charity and love. What's the message in all this for us? As I stated before, it's dangerous to ask the question because we might be told what to do. You know, it's very polite when you go to someone's house and you say, "Is there anything I can do?" Most times the host or hostess will say, "No," unless you're family. If you're family, they'll tell you what to do. Set the table, carve the meat, take care of the kids. Well, when we stand in front of the Lord and ask, "Lord, what is it you want me to do?" I should be prepared to listen and comprehend what it is that is expected of us. Christ doesn't say to you and me, "Oh, just be content with who you are and what you're doing." We're always being called to do more, to expand our horizons. It's how it is that we can be a disciple. Pope Francis often says that we ought to put mercy in front of judgment. Maybe that's the answer to the question we can hear today. How do I extend mercy to family members or friends? It's not always easy, but it's something we can try to do in the remaining days of this Advent season. May we ask the dangerous question and be open to what the Lord is asking of us.